Hello! So today we are going to be doing something super fun, it's so fun. Today I am going to be doing the Booktube TMI tag. What's the Booktube TMI tag? Well, it's a tag and it was created by someone who I meant to look up who it was before I started filming this video, and I'm just now realizing that I totally forgot to do that. So I will link that video below, but I was tagged in this tag by Jessie from Jessie the Reader, and basically what it is it's like 50 book related questions. Too much information. It's not, it's enough. It's enough information. So we've got a lot of questions to answer, so I guess we should just start asking them. Number 1. Which character has the best style? There's not a lot of characters I feel like who their fashion is like straight up the first thing I think of, but I do remember in Fangirl, I believe Kath's sister Rin is very fashionable, so we'll go with her. Question number 2 is, who is your book boyfriend / girlfriend / significant other? Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to go with one of Rainbow Rowell's boys for this. I don't really care which one. I like all of them just fine. Number 3, have you ever loved a character and then hated them? The only character that I can think of that I've ever not necessarily loved and not necessarily hated, but gone from being like, yeah, okay, to no, absolutely not, is Gale from The Hunger Games. What is the biggest / longest book on your shelf? The longest book that I own is not on this shelf. That's probably Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. The largest, longest, biggest book on this shelf, where is it? It's this. Anna Karenina. I think that one of the names in this could probably count for the longest book on my shelf. That doesn't even make sense. Do you have any book posters? Let me show them to you. Come on, over here. Do you see? This isn't really a book poster, and neither is this, but book to movie adaptation posters. You know what I'm saying? It's great. Number 5 is, what is the heaviest book on your shelf? It's so heavy that it's not on a shelf. Look at it. It's actually not as heavy as it looks, but it's still pretty heavy. Question number 7 is, do you have any book-themed jewelry? I am sure that somewhere in this world I have a Harry Potter necklace or bracelet or earrings, but I don't know where they are, so maybe. Number 8 is, who is your book OTP? Probably like Snape and Lily. That's obviously a joke. I don't think I have one. What is your favorite book series? This one. This one. What is your favorite book to movie adaptation soundtrack? Probably the Perks of Being a Wallflower soundtrack. All the scores from the Harry Potter movies, the Book Thief soundtrack, the Tiffios soundtrack. I don't know. A book / story that you wish would continue. Gee, I wonder what she's gonna choose. I wish this would keep going. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be okay with that. What is your favorite standalone? There's so many standalones. I mean, how do we stand alone? I really don't know. Maybe The Book Thief? Asking to pick a favorite standalone is almost the same thing as asking to pick a favorite book, which I can't do. Like, I don't know. Since when do you read books, Katie? When did you start reading books? I was like 5 or 6. I was an early-ish reader. Know me, team early readers. Which Hogwarts house are you in? That was a witch's hat. Pottermore sorted me into Hufflepuff, and that's where I feel I belong. I think I could have been in Gryffindor if I had asked to be in Gryffindor, but I didn't, because I wanted my rightful place. Quality that you look for in a book. I like stories that are driven by the characters as opposed to driven by the plot. I can enjoy books that are driven by plot, but if the characters are just not as like fun and I can't really get into it, then I'm not gonna enjoy it as much. What is your favorite book cover? I like these 3. Gaze upon them. Take it in. They're so nice. Oh, I love them. Do you prefer the action or the romance? I like both. If they are both present in a story, I quite enjoy it. Where do you go when the sad things happen in books? I usually just keep reading to figure out what happens about the sad thing because I just want to know. How long does it take you to finish a book? It depends on the book. Could be a day, could be an hour, could be a week, a month, a year. Some of those have never happened. How long is your mourning period for books that make you feel like you need to go into mourning? Anywhere from a couple hours to 7 to 8 months. Life is unpredictable. Turn on in a character. I like characters that are funny, but with some good old substance mixed in. Turn off in a character. Just generally arrogant, rude, mean for no reason. reason. What's the reason you joined Booktube? Some of you may know this or not, but I had a channel before this one and it was just like normal vlogs or whatever, and I just really didn't want to do that anymore, but I still wanted to make videos. I didn't really know like what I was doing, and I knew of the book community and I was like, so I could do this and I want to do it, and I read, so this sounds great, and here we are today. Name a scary book. Woo! This one! Terrifying Space. Scary Space. What is the last book that made you cry? Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. What's the last book that you gave 5 stars? I believe that was this one. Do you have any favorite book titles? You know, I really think that I like books that have like one-word names, because I think that it's really cool if you can just sum up a whole book into like one word. Like Legend. Attachments. What is the last book that you read? I Probably and a Half by Ali Broche. It was really funny. You should read it. I loved it. It was hilarious. Yep. What is the last book to movie adaptation you watched? I saw The Maze Runner a couple of weeks ago and I really liked it. A book character that you have always wanted to talk to. You know what I think would be really interesting to talk to is Professor Trelawney from the Harry Potter series. Get her to tell me awful things about my future. Who is an author that you would just really like to talk to, like sit down and like talk to? You know who I think would be really cool to just like hang out with is Rainbow Rowell. You guys know I love her, but I just think that she just is probably so great. I would just enjoy that a lot, I think. Book world you would like to live in. What's she gonna pick? I'm so curious. I have no idea. This world. What book world would you not want to live in? Any dystopia. None of the dystopias, please. What is your favorite magical item? Maybe a wand, because wands make everything. Or those little pygmy puffies. Those are cute. I like those. But wands. What is your Quidditch position that you would probably do? The thing about Quidditch is, if this is real, I probably wouldn't be a Quidditch player, but I think I might be the best at the position that you hit the bludgers. Is that called a beater or a bludgerer? Even though with the bat, I might accidentally hit the person next to the bludger. What's your favorite book-related chat-up line? Hey, excuse me, is that a book? Cool, I like those too sometimes. Have you ever used it? No, because that is not a chat-up line, and even if it was, I don't go around chatting people. What's your favorite book fandom? I guess the Harry Potter fandom. I don't really feel like I can say I'm part of any other fandom, but I've put the most time and life years behind Harry Potter, so props that one. Last question. How many books do you own? On this shelf there's about 50, and there's more, so maybe around like 200 or 150 or something like that. Woo! Woo! Yay, we're done. Now you know a little bit about book information about me. And I guess I will see you another time soon. See ya! Bye! And finally, who do you tag? Oh man. Almost knocked over the water. I've never been to Seattle, but I went to the airport once. I guess I bought these postcards.